Hey guys, we are outside with the 2011 Mitsubishi Lancer Sportback ES. This is the ES, which means it's the lowest trim model. The option on the outside, we do have the 15-inch alloy wheels. They look nice, nothing like the bigger ones that you're going to get in the GTS or the Rally Art, the top tier models. We do have a nice slope in the rear end, which does cut into your cargo carrying capacity. Still has 52 cubic feet of capacity when you have the rear seats folded down. Does have a nice little cargo cover in there as well to cover everything. I like the styling in the rear. It's very unique. It's different than all the other hatches like the GTI and the Mazda 3 and all of that. It's a unique style. The front end has the new Mitsubishi corporate front end looking thing. It's kind of shark looking. Girlfriend thinks that it looks like it's going to eat her. I think it's kind of mean looking. Obviously HIDs and all that will be in the top tier models. This has just got regular halogens. This has the base Myvec 4-cylinder 2-liter engine. Pushes out 148 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque to the front wheels through a 5-speed manual transmission or a 6-speed simulated CVT transmission. This has the CVT transmission, which is an option. I'll talk about that in a second here. Nice crease that runs down the center of the car. Other than that, we're going to get inside because it's 20 degrees out. Nice rear integrated spoiler, by the way. That keeps some of the rain and the snow off the rear deck. Not that it doesn't already pile up anyway. Get in here. First thing you'll notice is the cloth seats have a nice textured pattern to them, and they're not fully smooth. They actually have little ridges. It's kind of a unique design. I like that. Other thing you'll notice is the dashboard. It has a low sheen, but the plastic is kind of on the lower end. If you put your fingernails across it, you're going to scratch it. I'm sure you can get that out with Armor All or whatever, but still. Stereo, this is the base unit. You can't upgrade to a Rockford Fosgate. The red display is inset, so it looks nice and it's usually readable, but in that certain sunlight, the whole thing is completely washed out because it's not inset enough or the angle's not right. I'm not sure which, but there's certain areas that all of a sudden it'll just get washed out. You have no idea what's on that display. Kind of annoying. The bass sound system sounds okay. It's nothing amazing. The Rockford Fosgate's obviously going to sound a little better.
Establishing year was a real
free and
sounds okay. The lows punch a little, but it's nothing amazing. Something that I had to look in the owner's manual for. The aux in is down here, and it's actually red and white pigtails for your left and right audio, which alone you're going to have that kind of adapter. But further, to get it on aux, I had to figure out how to do it. You have to push and hold the CD MP3 button for 2 seconds. Not something you would think about usually actually on how to use this. Another thing I noticed is I got the car and these Bluetooth for speech buttons are right here, and I try to use it. The thing is, all the Sportbacks come pre-wired for Bluetooth. Doesn't mean it has it. So now this car doesn't have it. Whoever would own this car has to look at these buttons and remember you didn't buy the Bluetooth until you get rid of the car. It might be a dealer installed option you can get later. I heard it's pretty cheap. They didn't have the pricing on the actual website. Something else I noticed is the gauges are inset deep. They never get washed out. They look great, kind of rally style, along with the center gauge here that's all LCD, and it shows you information like, you know, trip odometer, trip computer, and all of that stuff. And that does not get washed out like the radio because it's inset deeper into the gauge cluster. Also, we've got steering wheel controls here for radio, cruise control, and then something else I wanted to note in the car is the visibility. The C-pillar back there looks large, but it doesn't hinder the visibility at all. I had no problems backing up or blind spots or anything like that major. Other thing I wanted to notice in this car was the heater. Again, I said it's very cold out, 21 degrees right now in Minnesota. The heater works phenomenal, totally. You need to turn this down after you get going. The car gets warmed up. It gets very warm in here. Great thing to have. We do have an extra plug in here for power. Then we have one down here. Other than that, last thing I wanted to note was the driving style. The seating position, if you'll notice my arms, they're kind of bent. This is, you're driving, the best way I can describe it is it feels like a rally car in the seating position, which some people are going to like, some people aren't going to like. It's just something I noted. Of course, the heritage with the Evo and the Rally Art and the higher trim levels of this car kind of drive like a rally car like the Subaru WRX, whereas this is a base model, but the seating position is still there, so you feel it's kind of an aggressive, non-relaxed seating position. I liked it. Some people will not. It's just something I wanted to note about. Other than that, you know, you've got power mirrors, power windows, auto up for the drivers only. At least is a nice touch right there. The CVT transmission I mentioned does have 6 simulated speeds. Doesn't feel really rubber bandy until you get really high in the rev range and you keep it there, and then it gets a little rubber bandy. I'd like to drive the car with a 5-speed manual. Obviously, I'd like the dual clutch a little more, but you have to get into the higher trim level with the rally art to get that. Other than that, this is the Mitsubishi Sportback ES. Kind of a fun little rally car in the compact car segment.